On this. Joining me now is Congressman Bilbray, Republican from California. Congressman, good to have you with us tonight.
Great to be on, Ed.
I know the Republicans have pushed hard to protect small businesses, but what is a small business in America? Why is it that it had to go to $500,000? Why not lower than that? And I'm talking about the payroll. What was your thinking on this?
Well, first of all, Ed, this was actually negotiations between the moderate Democrats and Henry Waxman. That's where that number really came from. And remember, it's not about the small businesses as much as the small business employees, the people that are actually getting the job. Because I think you agree that the greatest program that we can do out there is give people jobs and be able to provide these benefits through employment, and that's the big challenge. So the Blue Dogs were really looking at a way of being able to find an excuse to vote for this bill and they just couldn't do it if it was going to sit there and actually cut the legs out from under the group, the small businesses, that's going to provide the employment that everybody's looking for more of.
Congressman, as the House bill sits right now, you as a Republican, would you sign on to it? Could you claim some victory if the House bill were to come out the way it is right now?
Ed, we don't even know what it is right now, and frankly, I can't vote for $1 billion a page document that I haven't even been able to read yet. So we still got stuff that hasn't been out there and hasn't. I supported, actually provided health care in a county of over 3 million. I know how technical this issue is. I think the insurance companies have got to give, but I also think the trial lawyers have to give. And for those of us that have actually provided health care, understands that both sides need to address the issue of what is the cost that are not directly providing health care. And tort exposure lawsuits are a huge issue of that. And I think one of the things we need to talk about is litigation the best way to do quality control in health care, or should we go to mitigation and moderation instead of all this basic courtroom decisions?
I don't disagree with you that there's a lot of different facets, a lot of pieces to the pie that have to be addressed. But Congressman, I want to ask you, the Republicans have been continually telling the American people that it's going to be a government takeover if we have a public option. I believe I've heard the president say time and time again that if you like your health care, you can keep it. How is that a government takeover? Why do the Republicans keep pushing that on the American people?
And I'll be very frank with you. You're going to see many businesses that now provide private coverage. As we pointed out, that there's procedures just like cholesterol tests that Medicare only covers for 1 every 5 years, but the private sector will do 1. We're going to see a lot of companies that say, hey, it's cheaper for me to pay the 8% and allow everybody to go on to the public rolls rather than continue to pay. So there is an incentive actually for businesses to drop off of this. And that's one thing that we haven't talked frankly about. And you know, Ed, we'd all love, if you ask the American public, would you like to have a free home? I think most people say yes. If you ask them, would you like to live in public housing? I think we all would say, well, there's a problem there.
Well, for lower income people, I think they like some public housing because there's a lot of people on the street. I know what you're saying, but I think the Republicans basically are trying to sell to the American people that they're afraid the public option might be so popular, so many people would go into it, and that's where the word takeover comes into it. Congressman, great to have you with us. I want to have you back, and I assume that you're going to do some town hall meetings during this recess?
I have already done that, and I hope to be able to get out there more. So hopefully that next couple of weeks we'll be able to get back San Diego. Let's face it, San Diego's a lot nicer place to be this time of year than Washington, D.C.
No doubt about that. Congressman, good to have you on with us. Thanks so much.